Hello and welcome to Guns and Gear, and as you can see from the title, this is going to be a video response to the Yankee Marshall, and his video specifically about the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield has a dangerous flaw. And that may not be the exact title I'll include it in the description. At any rate, first of all, let me say that I've been subscribed to the Yankee Marshall for a good long time, and I know that he's subscribed to me as well. And you know, we've picked at each other and teased each other, and we've had a lot of fun on YouTube interacting with one another. So I don't want this video to come across as negative or me trying to pick a fight, which is not the case, but I'm going to be expressing my opinion of his video and the conclusion that he shares in the video. Okay. You see, he was talking about his Smith & Wesson M&P Shield and the fact that he has chosen to carry that as a defensive firearm at times. And the mode of carry that he shared with us was carrying in a fanny pack when he goes to the gym or something of that nature. And I don't know how the fanny pack is set up or anything, but he was sharing that he's observed that on several occasions when he's retrieved the firearm from that fanny pack, that he has noticed that the external safety was engaged. And that was an issue for him because he does not like to have external safeties on his defensive firearms. So he made a decision that when he carries his Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, he would carry it with the safety disengaged. Okay. Now, to me, he called that a flaw, or a dangerous flaw, of the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. See, I do not think so. The firearm was designed with an external safety. Okay. I myself do not have an issue with carrying a firearm with an external safety. In many of my vids I show firearms that I carry and things, and I would have to say that the 1911 type of firearm is a firearm that I've carried probably more than any other type of firearm. Okay. And of course the 1911 has an external safety. It also has a grip safety. Okay, and whether you like it or dislike the design is not the point of this video. The point of this video is that if you make a decision to carry a firearm with an external safety, then you must train to manipulate that safety. And there can be no other mindset. Okay? There can be no other way of thinking. See, to me, it doesn't seem reasonable to think that you can carry a firearm that has either a hunk of metal or a hunk of plastic hanging off the side of it and go throughout your day, sitting, standing, driving, bumping into things maybe, and not expect the possibility of this lever being either engaged or disengaged from all your movement and action. Okay. Now, yes, I understand that some safeties are a little stiffer than others and things of that nature, but no matter how stiff a safety is, no matter what the situation that you can dream up, if you make a decision to carry a firearm that has an external safety, then you must train to manipulate that safety. Okay? And not to do so, in my opinion, is irresponsible. Because what happens if you make a decision to carry a firearm and the safety is disengaged by your decision, and you have to pull that firearm in a stressful life or death situation and the safety's on and you're just sitting there pulling the trigger and nothing's happening? Precious, precious moments that could cost you injury or death could result from that, couldn't it? But if you train to manipulate the safety, then it doesn't matter if it's on or off. Your thumb is still looking for that external safety and it's disengaging that safety as you are making your assessment to fire around. Okay? Here's another firearm with an external safety. Pretty nice firearm. It's an H&K P30. Okay? And this has, folks that know about H&K firearms, they make their firearms with several different variations of modes of operation. This one happens to have ambidextrous safeties, and it's also a double action, single action type of firearm. Now, I have a good friend of mine that actually carries this firearm exclusively, and he has made the decision, he told me one time, that he was going to carry the firearm with the hammer down on a live round, and and with the safety off. You know, the double action, single action mode of operation is it has a very long trigger pull before the gun is fired. And then all the subsequent rounds are fired from a single action mode, right? Very short reset and depression of the trigger. And I've told him the same thing that I'm saying in this video. It's just not reasonable to think that during your day that safety couldn't be accidentally bumped or manipulated somehow and engaged. And if you must draw that weapon to save your life, to save the life of your family, and you have seconds to react, and you're going like this, make it a part of your training to manipulate the safety. And then you never have to worry about that. Okay? If you don't want to do that, then don't make a decision to carry a firearm with an external safety. I have a solution for the Yankee Marshall, and that is this. This is a Walther PPS. This firearm is dimensionally identical to the M&P Shield. And I've had the guns side by side. I do not own an M&P Shield, but I do own this Walther PPS. I've owned it for quite a few years now, and I've found it to be a very outstanding firearm. And this is a firearm that, yes, I have carried as a defensive arm. All right. So if you like, and by the way, the trigger on this is, in my opinion, better than the couple of examples of M&P Shields that I've had the opportunity to fire. Now, I don't have any problem with the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, but I have the identical gun to that, but this gun does not have an external safety on it. Okay. And I just don't see right now, I haven't seen a need to buy that firearm when there's some other firearms that I would like to have. But take a look at the PPS from Walther. It's identical in dimension to the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield. The ones of these that I've fired have had better trigger than the examples of the Shield that I've fired. And it has the back straps on there to change the width of the grip, which I find make it a much more comfortable gun when I have the wider grip on there. All right, well, that's my video. Like I said, I hope this doesn't come across as negative. But the Smith & Wesson M&P Shield is not flawed, Yankee Marshall. Your mindset is. All right, folks. Well, thank you for watching my videos. I certainly appreciate it. And remember to shoot straight on the range and in life. Thanks.